Welcome to my channel. I know it's been a while. Don't question if the mic works. It does not. Today, I will be talking about artists and musicians because it's been really rough for me this year. Supporting the musicians I love. I don't know where to start because
I see good things about Hitler also. The Jew, I love
Rex Orange
everyone.
County-born Alexander O'Connor has been charged
Every
with
human being has
S.A.ing
something
a
to
woman in
add.
6 separate instances.
Jesse Rutherford seemed to think those comments about the 11-year age gap are getting.
Should we be separating the artist from the art? Because a lot of people confide in art. They confide in music. What are we as fans and listeners to do? I, for one, don't believe in cancel culture. I don't think it's real. I don't think it does anything. I think at most, groups of people on Twitter and Reddit and all types of platforms condemn the person, but they still get opportunities in the industry, despite doing the things that they've done, behaving the way they behave. For a few years now, Dave Chappelle has been telling a few trans jokes that have not been taken well by the trans community. He in fact said that he supports TERFs, which is a trans hate group that's been violent to trans people before. For him to do this and still have a career, he still has Netflix specials, he still, does what he does despite offending a group of people. He hasn't been canceled. He has not been boycotted to any extent, not at least in the way that Kanye has. And for once, I actually feel like Kanye is being canceled. I've never seen cancel culture actually work on anybody. I'm not saying cancel culture is a good thing. I'm saying a lot of artists need to be held accountable. For Rex Orange County, a few months ago, he was charged with 6 counts of sexual assault against, I think, is a minor. Not many details, but that's what happened. This broke me. I didn't want to see that. I had all of his music saved. I had listened to everything. I had cried because I didn't get to go to his concert. And now I look at the news about him and I'm like, dang, that's who I was supporting. It hurts because his music used to have to do with good memories. And now it's just like all I can think about is what he did and what he was accused of. This moment with Melanie Martinez, of course, and Kanye, of course. I loved Kanye's music, but the more he spirals, the more I'm like, I can't keep listening to this. I have his vinyl record and I had to take it down. You guys know I have a vinyl wall. It's full of all of my favorite music. I have more, but I had to take Kanye down recently just because I don't agree with what he's saying. And I still feel a twinge of guilt for wanting to listen to these people's music, knowing that I don't agree with what they say or do outside of their projects. I feel like it'd be a lot different if Kanye started making music about, what he did, what he said. It'd be a lot different if Rex Orange County just started making art about what he did and said. I think one thing we should talk about is how so many artists are canceled for posts that they've made online when they were younger, in online forums before they became famous. For example, Sabrina Claudio being racist on Tumblr. Even actresses like Barbie Ferreira being racist on Tumblr. You know that they were young, but also a part of you is like, wow, you're not black. That's weird. How do I know that you are just hiding your racism now, or if you're actually changed? Like, an artist can either apologize for those posts or act like they never happened. Lil Nas X as well has a bunch of offensive posts. At what point do you believe that that's the same person? This was younger, or they don't make posts like that anymore. I usually give them a period of grace where I'm just like, okay, you don't behave that way anymore. Why should I care? Unless it's completely unforgivable post. Machine Gun Kelly. Yeah, it's uncomfortable. So when it comes to artists that have a past on the internet of being trolls, I tend to not care. Not because I have sympathy for trolls, I really hate trolls, as long as you're not behaving that way now. On the other hand, when artists are accused of crimes like R. Kelly or Rex Orange County, that's when I'm like, okay, I don't want to listen to you anymore. And that's just me personally. People can feel otherwise and be like, okay, I still want to listen to them. And that, I can't say I agree with that. I think a lot about Pete Davidson's quote on SNL about separating art from the artist. It's really based on a person's preference. I don't think I've met one Kanye fan that agrees with what he's saying. And if you do, I'd say seek help. Also, personally with K-pop fans, K-pop anything, a lot of artists have passed of saying the N-word or blackfishing or, you know, and they don't do it anymore. And that's kind of the only reason why that I keep supporting them despite knowing their past. Like, as a Black person, I'm allowed to forgive. And I feel like if you are a part of the community that is offended by the artist, you can pick and choose how you feel and how you consume their art. Let's say you're Jewish, you like Kanye's music, that's on you if you want to listen to him. I feel like nobody else has a say in if you should be offended or not. Because I'll say, as a Black fan of K-pop for 6 years, there's some things I just have to be like, okay, I hope you learn from this, and I hope we get an apology. Like, that's the most I can get, because I still love the music. I know this video is just me ranting, but I really hope somebody hears what I'm saying and understands what I'm saying. You can't cancel any artist. They will forever be on the platforms that they're on. Their music will be here forever. Where the separation is, you know? The separation depends on who you are and how it offended you. And if you're not part of the community that's offended, you really shouldn't tell people how they should feel about it. It's simple as that. Because the music's gonna be there. But a lot of my childhood listening to Tyler, the Creator, knowing that he has really weird old tweets and he has really weird lyrics that I just wouldn't agree with now. But now I'm just like, that's my album right there. That's one of my favorite albums of all time. And there's not much I can do about what he's done. All I can pay attention to is what he does. That's how you know whether or not you should keep supporting somebody. And if you actually have no morals about it, you don't care, you should not tell people who do feel a certain type of way that they shouldn't care like you. Yeah, this is a short video. I forgot to talk about one more thing. I need opinions on this, because I'm the hugest fan of The Neighborhood. Is the 31-year-old lead singer dating Billie Eilish, who is 20, and it's like, whoa. Okay, him and Billie's relationship may be legal, but it's like a little weird because he's known her since she was a minor. That's grooming. So I don't have anything to say for that. Other thing is like, well, this has been a bad year for music. You're never always gonna agree with what artists have to say or put out. Like, I promise you, there's always gonna be one thing. Like, just like you don't always agree with all your friends or family. Always. Like, Katy Perry's a conservative. I'm not. But I love Katy Perry's music. That's it for this video. I know it was a rant. I know it was kind of messy, but you know, it is what it is. Thank you for watching. Make sure you subscribe, please. Please. I know it's kind of different from my other videos, and I know, but I really need the support. I will make a better video next time. I just, like, please. Bye.